Imagine this, it's the dead of winter. Heating bills are sky high, but instead of worrying, you're getting a winter fuel payment of £1,800. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, what if I told you this could have been possible if it weren't for one costly mistake? Today we're diving into the decisions of Rachel Reeves, decisions that didn't just shake the UK's finances, but left millions of pensioners out in the cold, literally. What went wrong? Could she have used the money better? And why are we paying the price? Let's break it down. It all started with Reeves' first big move, her goal? To prove to financial markets that she meant business. By cutting the winter fuel payment, the Treasury claimed the nation would save £1.4 billion a year. Sounds like a solid plan, right? Wrong. Because here's where things start falling apart. You see, while she saved a chunk of cash on paper, those savings were quickly eaten up. Encouraging pensioners to claim means-tested pension credit? Sure, it helped some of the poorest, but it also cost the government another £246 million, cutting those initial savings down to just £1.15 billion. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. The real damage came later. From terrifying businesses with massive tax hikes to rewriting her own fiscal rules to justify borrowing an extra £30 billion, Reeves's decisions left the economy in freefall. And here's where it gets wild. Rising gilt yields alone have added £10 billion a year to the cost of paying interest on the UK's debt. That's our money, yours and mine, just vanishing into thin air. If even a fraction of that £10 billion had been managed better, the winter fuel payment could have skyrocketed. I mean, instead of the current £200 a year, pensioners could have been receiving £1,200, or even £1,800 for the over ATS. Imagine how life-changing that would be for the millions struggling to keep warm this winter. But instead, Reeves's policies didn't just waste money, they cost lives. Labour's own figures suggest that scrapping the winter fuel payment led to an additional 4,000 winter deaths. That's not just numbers. Those are grandparents, parents, neighbours gone. So, what's the takeaway here? It's not just about money, it's about priorities. While saving £1.4 billion sounded good on paper, it's clear that poor decisions have cost us far more in the long run. And as taxpayers, as voters, and as people who care about those struggling, we have every right to ask, was it worth it? We can't change the past, but we can demand better for the future. So let's keep asking the tough questions, holding leaders accountable, and making sure no one is left out in the cold.